You're watching Hundertwasser, Connection to Nature. By now you've learned so much about the artist Hundertwasser, and I hope you're inspired by his artwork. There was something special about him. Hundertwasser had a strong connection to nature.
When I paint a painting, I always think how would it stand the comparison with a tree, with a plant, and so. That's why I always put paintings into nature to see if they can stand the comparison. If they are just as good as a tree, then I'm happy. You see, this is the nature is my teacher, is my master.
New Zealand played a deeply significant role in Hundertwasser's life. He restored the bare farmland at Kaurinui to native forest and built a network of canals and ponds. He was committed to developing a sustainable sanctuary in sync with nature.
And just like all of us who live here on the islands of Hawaii, we also have a strong connection to nature. Let's learn more. Cultural significance of water in Hawaii, World Water Day. The significance of water for the Hawaiians runs much deeper than how the Western world views it today. Fresh water was more than a means to an end. It shaped social divisions, played an important role in the stories of procreation, and was the currency of societal wealth. Hawaiians understood that vai, fresh water, was a sacred element on which the health of their community relied on. They treated it with reverence, protecting precious streams while practicing conservation. The ancient people in Hawaii conducted their lives then, as they do now, according to kana vai, a rule of law that dictates equal sharing of water. Water and Hawaiian culture. Hawaiian culture showed a deep respect for Mother Nature and all living things. From the earliest days, Hawaiians had a belief system that relied on the interconnectedness of mankind and the natural elements. Streams from the mountain dictated the native community's land divisions, otherwise called ahupua'a, allowing each division equal access to freshwater streams and terrain, from mountain forest to flat plains and sea, for agriculture. Native Hawaiians protected their water sources, taking care not to pollute their streams and only taking as much as they needed. They understood the delicate balance of the ecosystem on fresh water sources, recognized their dependence on crops that vai enabled them to grow, such as taro, which has sustained them for thousands of years, and ensured that those living downstream also had enough water. Did you know World Water Day takes place on March 22nd and is modern man's way of bringing back awareness to an issue that has lost its societal value? World Water Day inspires you to share Hawaiians' appreciation for water. You will learn that the Hawaiians had a strong connection to the land or the aina. They also felt that the vai, or water, was the sustainable key to life. Ola ika vai, water is life.
Water Rights is basically a mural series that's drawn attention to critical access to safe drinking water in different parts of the world. And also, we've been learning about who controls that water. So in Hawaii, 90% of the stream water gets diverted, and most of that goes to old plantation lands, which are no longer in use as plantations. Recently, the Hawaii Supreme Court also determined that water is a public trust, which means that those companies have to begin returning the water to the streams. The thing is that they own the water, they own the bottling companies, they want that land for development, they don't want to let that water go. By returning the water to the people, then we are able to determine our own destiny. All the efforts I put into community organizing and mural painting and speaking out on different issues in the mainland, I want to put that energy here for our people. People have come out here and drilled 10 feet down to test the soil, and it's so polluted with heavy metals that basically they can never grow anything here or put any homes up here. There were 45 lo'i off of this one stream, which meant it sustained a ton of people in this area. It's no accident that it's here. The words overall say flow, maukatu makai, and below flow is what a future ahupua'a would look like. So we said, all right, it's the kuleana of the architects and the construction trade to build us buildings that have water catchment systems, that have solar panels, wind turbines, plants growing on the outsides of the buildings to keep heating and cooling costs down. Just a smarter way to use water already falls on the buildings. To the right of the queen, we have how water was used in the olden days, where you diverted some water from a stream, you made it go into a lo'i, a taro patch. From there, you can use that same water to go into a fish pond. Then that same water would then go into another crop, and some of that will still run off back into the streams. So you'll have 3 sources of food, the water will return to the stream, and as you increase the stream flow, you increase the moss, plant life that O'opu and O'ama need to live off of. So they're healthier, and fish 25 miles out to sea start coming in to eat these fish. So you have a sustainable source of food on land and in the ocean. The centerpiece of the mural is Queen Liliuokalani, the last reigning monarch of Hawaii. It was John Prime's idea to include her in the mural. She always wore this sash, which is a symbol of her position. We turned that into a stream so that you could see that she's one with the land, one with the water. And so in this image, it's like she's still pouring her heart out to help us.
My whole thing was the queen. That was my main focus, was painting the queen like she's never been painted before. Couldn't help but feel emotional. Even the kupunas that came by really felt a sense of pride, just seeing Her Majesty in such a regal light. Painting the queen was, it was real heavy for me because I never cried so much in my life.
Had a lot of support behind my other projects, but this tops them all. And the amount of support we got from the community was unbelievable. Coming to realize more about myself, my Hawaiian identity, what my role is as an artist, as a voice for people's movement, people's struggle. The experience of painting with John and all the guys is definitely the highlight, but the blessings and watching the people connect with it, unbelievable.
How is Hundertwasser's connection with nature similar to the Hawaiians' connection with nature? Well, in this next clip, you will see how Hundertwasser created a sustainable, reusable way to recycle water.
For him, the earth was a paradise that we must protect and adorn. He was a pioneer of ecological thinking. He created a device that uses plants to purify water.
I have a great idea. Why don't we engineer a way to use, recycle, and share water sustainably throughout the island? I think we're going to have to do some research first. We need to know more. So continue watching to the next video.